Hi everyone, it's Bobbi-Jo and welcome to my home. I am coming to you with hashtag Thursday Booktube. What I am going to do today is, number one, give you a couple of reviews, quick reviews about two books that I finished. And then I'm going to let you know what my TBR is going to be for May. I am taking the month off of doing my tic-tac-toe. Now, there is an event on my book club, which is on Facebook. It's called We Be Bookin', and I will put their link below that website. There's only a certain amount of people allowed to join, and but yeah, it's I had no issues getting in. But anyways, they have an event, and the event is about you doing our TBR, so I am excited for that. It's going to be like a sports bracket kind of thing where we get the decide the best books in the end and see what the winner is at the end of the month. So anyways, first things first, read a couple of books, and first one is it's actually everyone in my family has killed someone. This is kind of a murder mystery kind of deal. The guy that is doing it is a guy that writes, or he writes books on how to write murder mystery books, and it ends up his family is in this murder mystery, and you've got to find out who did it, basically. But each one of the family members has possibly killed somebody, I guess. Look at the title, right? So anyways, I gave it a 3 which is low for me, but it's not as low as the next book I'm going to talk about. But anyways, I guess I got the concept. I sort of gotten it. I was able to picture everything well. I was able to picture the characters. I found it a little confusing in places, and like it was just like this video is right now, kind of stop, go, and not very, I don't know, smooth, I guess. However, I do have a favorite quote, which is, I promised to be reliable, not competent. That's me. So yeah, 3 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. So the next one was an ARC from NetGalley. So it was an advanced copy of, I'm assuming it's the audio that was advanced, because this is not a new book. I think it's just the audio that was put out. I gave it a 2 out of 5 stars. And I think I was a little bit generous there. I really was leaning toward the 1. But since I'm leaning there, it's a 1.5 at that point, and I said, okay, I'll round it up. But I forget what I put on my spreadsheet. Just one sec here. Yeah, I put 2 on my spreadsheet too, so it's a 2. This novel is by Jonathan Carroll, and it is about a lady that is having these dreams where she is in a fantasy world, and animals are like talking to her, and this is an adult book, right? It's a general, like, it's got adult topics in it. And she is living both lives where she's with her husband and her best friend and another friend. Um, and then she goes into this fantasy world, and then they also kind of cross over one another. So the, there's this character, Cullen, and she finds herself in these worlds, and she enjoys her, like, her waking world is normal and good. Um and while she sleeps, she has this boy guide her through this fantasy world to pick up mystical bones. Okay. So the writing style was okay. I was able to picture the environment, because it had good descriptions, and the fantasy world had some unique features in it. I found it very childish when it was in the fantasy world. Um, I had thought the narrator made it sound childish, like it was a children's book that was happening. There was no emotions triggered when there should have been emotions triggered. Um, I did not enjoy this book at all. I did get one um, I did get one quote out of it, and it says, "But logic and rationality only go so far. Then you know what happens. Ha! Then your heart adds its 2 cents, and everything reasonable goes right out the window." True. Anyways, it was almost a DNF for me. I almost didn't finish it. I I was really tired, and by the end I was ready to finish it. So that's my 2 cents worth on those two books. Now my TBR for May, because I am taking off May because if you're new here, thank you, first of all, for stopping by. But I usually do this event in my book club, that is, it's a tic-tac-toe, and it gives you prompts, and you try to make lines with by reading books that are associated with that prompt. However, sometimes you just can't fit in the books that you really want to read into the prompts, and usually the tic-tac-toe takes up all of my reading time during the month. So I love the books that I read. I enjoy like what I read for my tic-tac-toes and stuff like this, but there's some books that I just want to get done too. I want to see what they're about and how good they are. So I made up a list of what I'm going to do on my month off, at least for May. May even do it for June, but May for sure. So 10 books that I want to read. It'll fit right into the other event where I've got the sports bracket thing. And yeah, so let's see what they are. So the first one is Water Moon. And that one is a newer book that I picked up for cheap. It happened to be on sale. Small Ceremonies. I will put these Goodreads links below. Small Ceremonies is a book that I just won not too long ago off Goodreads. I want to see how good that is. Lady Tan's Circle of Women. Was that one? I got that one off of somebody on here. Was it you, Daphne, that did that one? I know the Rules of Fortune. I got off Daphne at my mountain home and kitchen, which is one of the hosts, because I didn't go through the hosts today. I will put the host to this this open collab down below, and you can participate any way you want as long as it's using the written word. So yeah, Lady Tan's Circle of Women. I forget who I got that off of. The Rules of Fortune, I know for sure it was Daphne. GodKiller, I've been wanting to read for quite a while now. I had I Medusa in there, but I couldn't wait to read it. So I already started it. I'm about 25% into it right now. So yeah, it's good. But anyways, it's an arc. So the Second Chance Cinema, that's also an advanced copy. The Medicine Woman of Galveston. I think that was recommended, yeah, on like Amazon or something like this. I forget. Somebody might have said it. Gray was recommended to me. I've got a year-long event with my book club where members recommended 12 recs, and Gray was one of them. The Song of Achilles, I have wanted to read for quite a while now. And The Hill of Secrets is one that I have in my Kindle that I think I purchased for $1 or something like this. It's ridiculous, some of the deals that I get on Kindle books. But anyways, it's I started reading it and it sounded really good, and I don't know why I stopped reading it. So I'm gonna restart it and read it again. So yeah, so I've got altogether I've got 10. I may be getting ahead of myself for sure. So yeah, because keeping in mind these are all, I think they're all written like they're, and none of them are audiobooks. So I might be getting a little zealous, and but they're ones that I've been wanting. There's ones in here I've been wanting to read for quite some time, like GodKiller. I've been wanting that quite some time, and I happened to get a deal on it finally. Like I've been waiting for that for a while. When did that come out? Let me see. It was published. Let me see. It was published in 2023. So January 2023. And I probably wanted it like 3 months after that or so, once it started gaining ground. Now it's got only a 3.87 on it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll certainly see. But 304 pages. It should be a quick read. And yeah. But right now I'm doing I Medusa and what's the other one? I Medusa. And I've got another one. It's just bear with me. Let me see. Oh, A Rip Through Time. I have waited and waited and waited to get that through the library, and it's okay-ish. But anyways, we'll talk more on that next week. I'll let you know, because I'll probably be finished it by next week. I'm 30% in, it says here. So yeah, I'll probably finish it by next week. It's yeah, it just doesn't matter. I guess I had it up here where it was so good and people were mentioning it was so good because A Rip Through Time. Let me see what it is. It's Canadian. I know that. Yeah, it's a 4.03 on Goodreads. And I'm probably heading for a 3 ish. Hopefully not. I don't think it's a 2.5 for sure. It's definitely a 3. I don't think I'm but again, I'm only what 30% into it. Um so maybe there's going to be a revelation that blows me away, but I highly doubt it. Um right now, if I hear, like, if I had I think if you had a dime for every time she says she's a cop, and a dime for every time she says she's reaching for her cell phone, it's just, yeah, it's just too much. It's just too much. Anyways, I'll talk more about it. I said I'd talk about it next week. Shush. Shush, Bobbi-Jo. Shush. All right, you guys. Thank you for stopping by. And I will let you know how everything is going. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.